Question is a pentagonal prism of 35 mm, edge of base 70 mm axis. So from this question, edge of base 35 mm, height, axis length is 70 mm, is resting on HP. This is very important. Whenever it is resting on HP, okay, so resting on HP, draw the true shape below XY line. Okay, you have to draw below XY line when resting in HP. You have to draw it here. Okay, in resting in VP, start from here. Resting in VP. Is that clear? If it is resting in HP, means we are going to draw it below XY line. Then next is resting on edge. This is again, it is going to rest on one of its edge. So pentagonal prism resting on its edge means this is the condition. This is the resting condition. It is going to rest on this edge. Okay, if they say resting on corner, right, this is corner resting condition, this is edge resting condition. Is that clear? Corner resting condition, edge resting condition. Okay, even if it is applicable for prism as well as it is applicable for pyramid. Okay, then next condition which we have to take care, axis incline with HP. Okay, so whenever it is resting in HP, in stage 2 inclination with HP you have to take. If it is resting in VP, then in stage 2 inclination with VP you have to consider. And in stage 3 what we are going to do? Inclination with VP. Here we have to take inclination with HP. Is that clear? Okay, so first you have to identify whether it is resting in HP or VP. So we have found out that it is resting on its edge on HP. So this is the condition which will be applicable, edge resting condition. Okay, then stage 2 35 degree incline to HP, and stage 3 45 degree inclination to VP. Okay, so let us start drawing this. First draw XY line. We are going to draw 3 stages, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So in that prism, it is a prism, so it will be having top face as well as the bottom face. Okay, a pentagonal prism. So when it is said to be a pentagonal prism, it will be having square. In front view, it will be seen as a rectangle. Okay, in front view it will be seen as a rectangle. Okay, so let us draw its front view. Axis length is how much? So how to find out the axis? So to locate the center of this pentagon, you connect corner with midpoint of its opposite side. Similarly, corner with midpoint of its opposite side. Any two side you have to connect. Wherever these intersect, this is the axis point. Okay, this we can say this is point O and O dash. Okay, we can say O with O1. Now let us draw its axis, which is 70 millimeter. Right, take that axis first. paint projection line. Right? How much is the axis length? 70 millimeter. So you locate that point, 70 millimeter, draw it. Axis. Okay. Then draw the front view of that object. Front view of that object, again there will be one edge, vertical edge. So these are the edges. So if I want to name this, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 corner points. Similarly, it will be having A, B, C, D, E. It is having top face as well as bottom face. So for bottom face, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash and 5 dash. Top face, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. So stage 1 completed. So this is my stage 1. Okay, it is edge resting condition. It is going to rest on its edge. Now in second stage, how much is the inclination? 35 degree to HP. 35 degree to HP. So we can observe that the axis is always perpendicular to the base. So how much is the inclination? Suppose if I want to calculate the inclination of base, so how to calculate that? Inclination of base will be 90 minus inclination of base is 90 minus inclination of axis. So in our case, how much is the inclination of axis? 35 degree. So base is inclined at an angle 55 degree. Is that clear? Okay, so we can calculate. Now this technique will be applicable for both prism as well as pyramid, but this is more prominent for the pyramid because in that case the edges are inclined, so we cannot directly take that axis. Okay, so why we do this? So you can select any one point here. Once you select that point, I will name that point as 3 dash 4 dash. Is that clear? So this point I have selected here. Now I want to draw axis which is inclined at 35 degree, but it is not possible to draw the axis directly. So for that, what we are going to do, draw the base which is 55 degree incline, right? So let us start drawing. So you have to draw 55 degree incline line. Okay, how much is this inclination? 55 degree, right? Then you locate the points. Take the distance from 3 dash to 2 dash in the compass, or you can take distance. Now if I want to draw axis, this is my point O1 dash and this is point O dash, right? Here it is point O and O1. So this is O1 dash, this is point O dash. Suppose if I want to locate point O dash, so you take distance 3 dash to O dash in the compass, right? From this point you locate that point. Okay, so this is my point O dash, and if I draw, this is my point O dash, and if I draw a line, axis you can draw. Now if I measure this angle, this will be 35 degree, which is our given question, that is axis is inclined at 35 degree. Now is that clear? Because this angle is 90 degree, here we have taken 55, automatically it will become 35 degree. So it is satisfying the condition. Is that clear? Now axis is inclined 35 degree to HP, so we have drawn that. Inclination with HP means this is theta, always drawn above XY line. Clear? Now locate the other points. Locate other points. So 2 dash, this is my point 2 dash and 5 dash, and here you will get point 1 dash. Is that clear? So we have located 3 dash, O dash, 2 dash, 5 dash and 1 dash. So you draw inclined line. One second. Okay. Draw axis. So here it is clear. Now how much is the height? 70 millimeter. So you take 70 millimeter dark line. Dark line. Okay, axis inclined at 35 degree. Now there will be one more edge. This edge we need to draw. So this is the stage 2 front view. Stage 2 front view. Naming part you have to complete. Top face, this is A dash, B dash, E dash, C dash, D dash, and this is my point O1 dash. Okay, now how to draw the stage 2 top view? For drawing the stage 2 top view, you take first vertical projections from each and every point. Vertical projection from each and every point. Similarly here you take vertical projections. Okay, here you can take axis, projection of axis. Done. Vertical projections from stage 2 front view. Then the horizontal projection from stage 1 top view. Point A and point 1 we have taken. Similarly point 2 and point B, 3 and C, 4D, 5 and E. Done. Horizontal and vertical projections. Now let us locate the points. Let us locate the points. First we will locate it and then we will mark it. Okay. So 1 horizontal, 1 dash vertical. So here is the projection 1 dash 1. So wherever these two projections intersect, that is my point 1. Then 2 horizontal, 2 vertical. Here is the point 2 3 horizontal, 3 vertical. This is my point 3. 4 horizontal, 4 vertical, and 5 horizontal, 5 vertical. Similarly, point A, this will be point B, point C, D, and last one E. Similarly, you can locate point O and O dash. Where is my point O dash? Here is the point O, axis, sorry. This is the axis, so this is the point O, and this point is nothing but O dash, O1. This is O1. Okay. Draw an axis. Any difficulty in drawing axis? Okay. Now let us connect with dark line. Now this is very important, how to connect with dark line. So when we observe it from here, this is the point where we observe to draw the top view. Okay. So here is the observer. Observer is observing from here. Okay. So when you observe it from here, which is the first edge visible? 1 dash, A dash is visible. So that will be completely dark line. Where is point 1 to A? This will be dark line. Now here what is happening? The center line is overlapping with the object line, right? Dark line. So the priority will be given to dark line. Is that clear? This will be dark line. Then the outline of this object, when we observe it from here, right, the base will be also completely visible, which is the top face will be completely visible. So A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and A to E, it will be drawn as a dark line because the observer is observing from this point. Okay. Now the outer edge will be always dark. Outer edge, what is the outer edge? 2 to B, bounding box we can say. This is also 5 to E. When you observe it from top, that will be visible. Then 1 to 2 and 1 to 5. You just keep in mind that any outer border cannot be cannot be hidden. Okay, all will be dark line. 1 to 2, इसके बाहर कुछ नहीं है, राइट? मतलब ये बॉक्स, बाहर का जो बॉक्स है वो कभी भी डॉटेड नहीं हो सकता, वो ऑलवेज डार्क होगा. देन रिमेनिंग पोर्शन, नाउ दिस edge 3 to 4, it will not be visible, so whichever edge is not visible, you draw it as a hidden line. Similarly, 5 to 4 to 5 not visible, 2 to 3 not visible, 3 to C not visible, so it will be drawn as a hidden line. 4 to D, this is again a one edge which is not visible, it will be drawn as a hidden line. So here we have completed stage 2. Stage 2 done. Okay. Now for stage 3, what they are saying? Stage 3, 45 degree with HP. The same axis is inclined 45 degree with HP. 45 degree with VP. Now where is the axis in this? Can you see this O to O1? This is the axis. This axis will be inclined at 45 degree to VP. Inclination with VP, this is nothing but phi angle. Inclination with HP, this is theta angle. Phi angle is always drawn below XY line. So let us start drawing the stage 2. Stage 3 top view. Now in short, if I want to draw stage 3 top view, just we have to rotate this by angle which is equal to 45 degree. But here we have to take care that in this they are saying that the axis is inclined at 45 degree. This is very important. Please take a note of this. The axis is inclined at 45 degree to VP. Axis is inclined 35 degree to HP. Axis is inclined 45 degree to VP. Whenever this case arises, that time we have to draw true shape of that axis, true length of that axis. So how to draw that true length? So this is slightly crucial part in this question. Just you have to take care of this. Okay, chalo. Let us start. Okay, I'll use blue color. light blue color so that to highlight. Okay, so you first take 45-degree incline line. You take 45-degree incline line. Okay, whether they have said anything, no condition is given. Okay, so you can draw it anyhow. You can draw it this way or you can draw it like this. Both are correct. Okay, you can take this as 45-degree or you can take this as 45-degree. Both are correct, so you don't have to worry about this. Okay, so in this question both inclination are right. So let us take this 45-degree incline, right? This is 45-degree incline. Now they are saying that axis is inclined at 45-degree to VP. So we have drawn this line. So in this you need to locate the point. First I will locate the point. This is my point O, and somewhere here you will get point O1. Is that clear? O and O1, and this is nothing but the true length. This length is called as true length. From where you are going to take this length? Okay, this is the true length of that question. कहाँ से कहाँ तक आएगा ये ट्रू लेंथ? 70 millimeter you have to take. How much is the true length? 70 millimeter. This length you have to take it as 70 millimeter. Sorry, 70 millimeter. Directly you can take locate point O first, and you take 70 millimeter point. I will take dark color. Okay, you locate here, then you take this distance, you will get this point O1. Okay, this is the true length of that axis. Then you draw a horizontal line from this point. Okay, you draw a horizontal line. Horizontal line. Now we require a plan length. So where is the plan length? This length is called as true length. Okay, true length is how much? 70 millimeter. This is also true length, which is equal to 70 millimeter. In this stage 1 front view length is again true length, stage 2 front view again is true length. Then where is the plan length? Here it is the plan length. This length is nothing but PL of that axis, plan length of that axis. Okay, which is the shorter than the true length. So you take that distance O to O1 in the compass, select this point as a center, and you cut an arc. You cut an arc, selecting point O as the center. Distance is equal to O to O1, right? And you cut an arc. You cut an arc. So here I will say this is point M. Let us keep this point M, and on this you will get point O1. And when you connect these points, these 2 points, this is the inclination of that axis. Now why we are doing this? Because they are saying axis is inclined at an angle 45 degree. If they say top view of axis inclined 45 degree, then we don't have to do this. Okay, if they say top view of axis inclined at 45 degree, then this top view of axis is nothing but O to O1. So directly you can take O to O1 and you can draw that. Now what we have done, we have calculated the alpha angle. This line will represent the beta angle. Okay, so once the axis is drawn, okay, now we have to locate the other point. So how to locate that? Okay, once the axis is drawn, how to locate the other point? So it is to locate this in compass, take distance O to 1. O to 1. So somewhere here on this line itself you will get that point O to 1. You extend this line somewhere like this. It will be 1 second. I will redraw that line, straight line. Okay, and you extend that line. Okay, and if you extend this up to XY line, this angle is nothing but beta angle. Okay, so you locate we got O point. You take distance O to 1 in the compass. From this point you cut an arc. So this is my point 1. Similarly, from this point you take O1 to A in the compass. From this point you cut an arc, you will get point A. Is that clear? We got point A and 1 which is there on this axis itself. Okay. Next, if I want to locate point 2, how to locate that point 2? You take it in the compass, O to 2 in the compass, distance, small distance. From this point O, you cut an arc, right? Similarly, you take O1 to 2 in the compass, distance, O1 to 2, that distance from point O, you cut an arc. So, you will get point 2. Similarly, O to 5 in the compass, select this point O as a center and cut an arc. Then, O1 to 5 in the compass, from point O1 you cut an arc. So this will be my point 5. Is that clear? Now 4 and 3, how to locate point 4 and 3? O to 3 in the compass, O to 3 and O to 4 will be same distance. Then O to 3 in the compass, O1 to 3, O1 to 3 and O1 to 4 in the compass. So once you locate that, this is my point 4, this is my point 3. You connect with the same as it is, dark line, dotted line, dotted line, dotted line, same thing which is there in this view, just you have to redraw it. Okay, then if I want to locate point E and B, how to locate? O to E, O1 to E, you have to take it in the compass, this small distance you take it in the compass. From this point you cut an arc, from this point you cut an arc, from here also you need to cut an arc. Okay, then you take distance O to B and O to E, both will be same. From this point you cut an arc on both sides. Okay, then similarly O1 to D and O1 to C, both will be same distance, O1 to D, O1 to C. Then you take O to C and O to D, both will be same distance. From this point you cut an arc. Okay, once you cut an arc you will get this point. Okay, then you connect with dark line, A to B. This is my point B, C, D, E. A to B, same as it is here, it is dark line, same thing we have to draw it. Then A to B, B to C, C to D and D to E, as it is dark line. Then you connect with 5, 2 to B, okay, this will be drawn as a dotted line, this will again be drawn as a dotted line. Okay, so this is the stage 2 top view. Is that clear? Stage 2 top view. Now we have to take projections from each point. Connect 1 to A as a dark line. Okay, then in short what we have done, we have lifted this from point O to O1 and we have placed it on this line. Okay, in short we have done that. Now let us draw stage 3 front view. How to draw stage 3 front view? First take the projections from stage 1. Okay, take the projections from stage 2 front view. A, B and E, C and D. First I will take the edges, only edges. 1, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, already the line is there. Similarly, take vertical projections from top view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Okay, similarly point A, point B, C, D, E. Okay, take vertical projections, then you locate the points. Okay, let us start locating the point now. All the projections are there. One vertical, one horizontal, one dash horizontal. So here is the projection line, one vertical. So this is point 1 dash. Okay, front view, so it is be dash. 2 vertical, 2 horizontal. So here is the projection of my point 2 dash. 3 vertical, 3 horizontal. Where is the point 3? This is the point 3. So this is 3 dash. This is the point 3. So take vertical 3 dash. 4 vertical, 4 horizontal. Here you will get point 4 dash. 5 vertical, 5 horizontal. This is the point 5 dash. Okay. Similarly, A vertical, A horizontal. Here you will get point A dash. B vertical, B horizontal. Where is the horizontal? Here. This is the point B dash. C vertical, C horizontal. This is the point C dash. D horizontal, D vertical. This is the vertical line and horizontal. Yes, this is the point D dash. E vertical, E horizontal. Here, this is the point E vertical, E horizontal. This is the point E dash. Once you get all these points, now we need to connect. Now here the observer is in this position. Here is the observer for this view. Okay. Now when he observes, complete base will be visible. A, B, C, D will be completely visible for him. Okay. So top face will be visible. So we need to draw that as a dark line. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A. Similarly, the edge 5 to E will be visible. Where is 5 to E? This is 5 to E will be visible. Then 3 to C, again it is forming a border line, so it will be visible. 4 to 5 visible. 5 to 3, 4 to 3 will be visible. Then 1 to 5 to 1 hidden, 1 to 2 hidden, 2 to 3 hidden. Okay, 4 to D, again it will be as a dark line. Okay, 2 to B will be drawn as a hidden line. Similarly, 1 to A will be again drawn as a hidden line. Okay, so this is the stage 3 top view. Stage 3 top view. This is 15 marks question, in which now dimensioning part. In dimensioning, you need to give the angles, the important angles. This angle we need to show 45 degree. This angle we need to show 35 degree. Height we need to mention. Okay, height is how much? 70 millimeter. Okay, you need to measure this and write 70 millimeter. And the edge of base, how much is the edge of base? 35 millimeter. So that also we need to specify in the question. So these are the minimum dimensions required. This is 35 millimeter. So height, the edge of base, 35 degree incline with HP, 45 degree incline with VP. So these are the dimensions we need to mention. Done. Thank you.